Hello and welcome to Ready Set Indie Games. I am Trip G87 and today we are going to be playing a couple of indie games. I know it's been a while since I last streamed, and I am working on that. It's been pretty hectic over this way. For those of you who don't know, I actually lost my father about a month ago. So I had a lot of stuff going on with that. Thank you, dedicated Lurkin 9 to 5 for that follow. I appreciate it. And welcome to the world of indie. And I've been pretty busy with getting things done with that for my father. So now that that's been taken care of, I've slept pretty good and will hopefully get back into streaming the way that I'm supposed to be streaming, which is every morning, Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. So we are going to start off with a couple of indie games. And for those of you that are new to the channel, on my channel I predominantly cover indie games. Every so often you may see a AAA title or a retro game, but for the most part, if you're looking for indie games, you will find them here. Welcome, Go-Go. I'm glad your coworkers like you. That's awesome. That is awesome that your coworkers like you. But I hope you are well this morning, this early morning. And because we're gonna get started here. In the first game we are gonna be, oh, she likes you. Well, I hope that is the case. I really do. I hope that's the case, you know. Today we're going to be playing Million to One Hero. That is the first game on the card. And Million to One Hero is available on PC, macOS, and Linux. It is available on Steam for $14.99 USD. And this is a platformer game, but you can also create levels. So we're going to get into that right about now. I hope that's the case. Yeah, I would wait it out a bit before I actually try to pursue anything. To be fair, I would, honestly. Actually, go back because I forgot how to play. So we're actually gonna play the tutorial because I forgot how to play. And I agree. Sometimes mixing business with pleasure can be a bad idea. Oh, good morning. I'm so happy to see you again. Why that face? We don't know each other? We have enjoyed plenty of adventures together. Let's see, give me a moment. Sometimes I get confused about the space-time details. Hashtags, challenges everywhere. A lot of battle royale. Oh yeah, that might be a reason why she likes you, or it could be seen the other way, a little creepy, like just coming up unannounced. But okay, it's like that's one of those moments where you're like, yeah. But yeah, that could actually be. A lot of battle royale bitcoins. Ha! Bitcoins. That story ends in the most entertaining way. I would just say, honestly, all jokes aside, though, just be careful with it, though. Alright, we are in 2019. If my calculations are correct, we should meet exactly today. Let me introduce myself again. I am Chromos, undaunted god of time, warden of memories, the eternal champion. Watcher of... I have no idea what that said because I went by too quick. I have the ability to travel between all time periods and all its branches. The sharpened sword, right? uh, yeah, that's only my only thing is just to be careful. You know, if it works out for you, that's great. Just overall, be careful though. Make sure you're protected yourself. Sounds fun, right? Not exactly. Some of my relatives are able to control the oceans, condemn souls, or throw powerful rays. Okay, I get it. I'm assuming it's supposed to be. I mean, I guess it goes either way you want to look at it. Because, see, when I hear water, I think of Poseidon, Zeus, and then Hades. But then I'm like, that's mixing two different mythologies. So there could be Odin, Poseidon, but I can't remember in the Norse mythology who actually controls the underworld. So one of them could even turn anything he wants into wine. Jesus! And here I am. My celestial power allows me to zap between the channels of time and watch millions of silly situations through infinite ages. Like the birth of the first empires, or the return of the dinosaurs, or the invention of the pineapple pizza. Empty facts, no meaning. There are not many things that are worth remembering nowadays. In ancient Greece, it was easier. We were not so many. There was no Netflix, and we had heroes. Glorious, magnificent, capable of overcoming the hardest challenges and achieve great facts. Okay. Okay, because I was like, because that's why I was like, because I was like, I can't remember, but okay. Because I'm like, I knew it was somebody that did the underworld, but I couldn't remember if it was male or female in Norse mythology. Because, I mean, we know in Greek mythology there's Hades, Zeus, but I can't remember. I'm like, I know Poseidon, or is Poseidon, maybe Poseidon is Greek and not Norse. No, pretty sure Poseidon is. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. um, I think Poseidon might be Greek. Yeah, I'll have to look that up later. But I'm thinking Poseidon may actually be Greek and not Norse. Jason, Hercules, Perseus, Achilles, and of course the most feminine of all of them, Epicus. Maybe he was not the strongest or the most suitable. He could even be a bit stubborn sometimes. But the thing that made him unique in his determination to become the greatest hero in the history of mankind, he had the will to achieve anything. But to nitpick, Epicus suffered a serious intolerance to death. He was terrified of dying in a ridiculous way and going down in history as another insignificant mortal. Lucky for both of us, everything changed during his first adventure. Okay, because maybe Epicus failed 999,999 times, but he succeeded once, and it was absolutely spectacular. Would you like to meet him? I have the perfect memory for that. This zone looks familiar. Over the top games. Okay, I guess let's go. Wait, what's this? Maybe that's just the store where we kind of like. Okay. Trading zone, advanced jumps. Yeah, I like this art style in here too. I agree. Art style's pretty. It's pretty on point. Did you know that Odysseus, Achilles, and Jason are honorable members of the Academy of Heroes? One day, my name will be in that list. Oh, I got a free life. I wish I could get up there. On guard, rocks. And as I said earlier, this game is currently only available on PC, Mac, and Linux. But I would love to see this possibly ported to consoles. I have to use my dash to get an extra impulse in the air. Okay, one of these does the... Okay, here we go. Yep, only on PC. And like I said, Mac and Linux. Those are the only ones they're on. Dash in any direction up and down. One of the things too that because a lot of the indie games, what they'll do, because it's easy to code for Ambrosia found drink of the gods, because it's easier to per se oh, the secret room. It's easier to code for PC and the like, and then if the game happens to do very well, they will then start porting the games to consoles, and then it also just depends on which consoles want the actual game. Because it's a lot easier for a lot of the developers to develop for, like I said, easier to develop for PC and stuff. Did you know that graduating from the academy is just the first step to becoming a hero? After that, an aspirant must complete at least a hero trial. I think that said. I didn't read it. The more you know. Da-da-da. But yeah, because you'll see it if you notice a lot of the times, a lot of the games I do tend to play will be games on PC. And then, like I said, later on, I'll end up like getting a copy for the console. And I could say, honestly, a lot of, like, if you see a lot of indie games, a lot of your indie games you may see go to, like, the Nintendo Switch first, because they're a little more skeptical to accepting, like, indie games. PlayStation is usually the second. Xbox is now coming around to accepting indie games, which is awkward. Because ironically, when indie games first started coming out, so games like Braid and stuff like that, when they started coming out, Xbox was kind of really on it. Even another very popular one you all may know is Super Meat Boy, which was on Xbox. I want to say it came out on Xbox 360, and that was a very big popular. There was this documentary about indie games, and that's how I found out about them. Right. And then if you remember on PlayStation 3, PlayStation used to have the PS3 minis or the PS mini games as well. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know, ironically for me, before I really got into indie games, I was playing indie games, but had no idea they were just indie games, you know, by indie developers and stuff. And, you know, I just played them because I was like, hey, they're cool. And, you know, like I said, it's not me knocking AAA titles, because some AAA games are good too. It's just a lot of the times they had a tendency to repeat themselves, and that would drive me nuts. So that's why I like to play indie, because they offer a new perspective on games. You don't know how to climb a vine or how to use a relic. Exactly. There are some AAA titles that are not the greatest. 50% discount? What the what? Okay. That's the shooting range. Oh, we get a bow and arrow. Okay, so B is our bow and arrow. Aha, I get it. Oh, that happened. Let's not do that again. But yeah, I do agree there are some AAA titles that are not the greatest. Maybe point up. Yeah, let's not do that big guy. Oh. Ah. Okay, let's try this again. Nope, that's not gonna get it, huh? Oh, okay, well that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Okay, so maybe not that way, huh? Maybe... Well, we know that one. Got it. It was one of those. Yep, we're not in the right area for that. What's this? The snake! Oh, we hit our head. But welcome, National Fun Pulse Agency. Welcome to the street. I'm pretty sure this has to be a secret room because why else would that be there, right? Did you know that many heroes are not satisfied with only achieving a feat? Being our fastest or getting the best skill is also, yeah. I know. So touch slow and steady wins the race sometimes. That and until I figure out exactly how to play. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We should probably do the dash here if I want that coin. Nope. Alright, we'll get this coin. Got it. Nope. I thought I had it that time. I did. Well, what if I did this? There we go. I could probably get up there too. Nope, not gonna make it. Really? Okay, and the longer you hold it down, the better. Oh, well, we could probably hit it from here, though. Yep, not happening. Is that okay? What's up there? I wonder. Got it. Oh, probably should. I'm like, you might want to grab that coin. Watch it turn back red. Nope. Okay, keeps going. That's cool. Okay, so that was just if I could have executed it the way I wanted to. Something tells me that that's probably going to be a secret room down there. Another old lady. Well, hello again. Did you find the exit? Well, not yet, but if you let me pass, I will continue searching. No, if you go through this door, you will return to the beginning. And again, and again, and again. Still, I'd like to try it. And leave me here alone? I will not allow that. Okay, I broke the switch, so you have to stay here with me forever. Oh, that's not nice. Forever. Okay, go. By the mother of Zeus, he has lost his mind. Psst. Epicus here. Ah, Kronos. You always scare me when you appear like that. Shut up and follow me quickly. This way. like how he just said follow him this way, quick. Okay, because I'm like, you do, wait, what? Emergency exit. Okay. It's quite hot in here. Okay. So, clearly, like the game just told us, this is a speedrunner's game, too. I mean, I thought this was a pretty good level, though. You are not immortal by over-the-top games, okay? These are all levels that were created by the actual developers, because you can actually develop your own levels, too. Which we'll probably get into that, a little bit into that anyway. And if not, I'll probably end up doing a separate video for that. Kronos, are you there? I have a couple of questions. Hi, hey, hi, Epicus. What's the matter? What is the matter? What did just happen? Who was that strange guy back there? Spectus, don't worry about him. He was a good hero long ago. Or Epicus? But he has been trapped in that part of the island for decades. And why did it look exactly like the academy? A guy must have designed it that way to torture people. Tortured, but there were no dangers. It was rather easy. It's music on point, of course, but many tutorials can be a torture. Imagine playing the same one for years. That way, that's why Epicus has gone mad. By the way, did you say that part was designed? Yes, some time ago, Epicus had an idea to entertain us, or there might be an N in front of that. He built some kind of editor with a lot of possibilities, okay? So that we could create worlds to our liking. Traps, puzzles, dialogues, secrets, combats, even this somatic. I don't understand anything of what you have been saying. Oh, I was not talking to you, Epicus. Damn gods and their crazy ideas. I'm pretty sure I need to jump that. If I do that, that's probably going to allow for me to jump over here and not fall on those spikes. You know, spikes are not good. Spikes are not friend. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm assuming we're gonna push this here. Oh, this is too easy. I guess you have been very confident lately. You were quite scared when you arrived here. Well, since you made me immortal, I feel capable of everything. You are not immortal. The deal is that if something deadly happens to you, we will return in time so you have an opportunity. Exactly. I'm immortal. Well, as long as you keep grabbing those golden ores, whatever you say. And we know that this can be here. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, yep. Let's just do that. That works. Yeah, let's not do that though. Push this here. How does the golden orbs work? Those are concentrated memories. Everything has a memory, I guess. The creatures, the land, even the air. Okay. Every time you grab one, you help me to locate myself in the space-time continuum. And that's why when I die, I appear in those cute fountains, right? Right, kind of. I call them checkpoints. No, I definitely probably want that on there, though. Okay. Nope, not getting up there, huh? I probably would have if I would have pushed the other way instead of this way. Another fountain, yeah. Can I like drop down through here? Yes, I can. Crazy little boar. They're gonna jump up. Achievements unlocked. I got Midas. I got the Midas touch. Be careful, hungry pigs. It's about time. Okay. Okay. Obviously, we need to go this way. Drop that on there. I don't know if a weird thing has to be lined up. Another fountain. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't seem to be from here. Can I see your pass? My pass? A pass to be sure you are worthy of finishing this tutorial. Oh, sure. I have it right here somewhere. Be right back. Okay. Oh. Game froze. Okay, so we had a little... Oh, you son of a gun. That was nice. I don't know, I'm a little suspicious about this vine being here. Like, it might lead to something. Suspicion. Here's the pass. The pass is not signed. But I didn't like that centaur down there, so... You can pass. Uh-oh. That's it? Kronos, I finished one of those tutorials. Kronos? Kronos? Are you there? No. Hello? He must be going through one of his memories. In any case, I continue with my task. Which is to become the greatest hero ever. Dun dun. Please wait. Poseidon would... Okay, so yeah, this is based off of Greek mythology, because I want to say Poseidon is Greek. I'm pretty confident Poseidon is Greek and not Norse. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So, this is the three gods he mentioned were from Greek mythology. Okay. Achievement unlocked. Adventure time! This is only one of the many levels of Epicus in this island. My memories are full of them because every new decision opens new paths to explore. Some will take them through tests of precision and speed designed for the more skilled. Others will take them through exciting feats to try his ingenuity and his courage. But all of them are part of the big feat that will turn him into the greatest hero of all times. In your hands is the opportunity to travel through my memories and join Epicus in this big adventure. And if you want, you can help me to create new memories that take him to his limits. The choice is yours. I have all the time in the world. Alright. So now... It looks like with this, after you play it, you have levels, you have adventures, and you have weekly feats. So if you go to a level, it allows for you to choose levels that have been created, it looks like. So let's give one of these levels a try. Monkey Jump by Crab. Shit, you gotta be careful. Alright. Oh, okay, that happened. 2 lives left. Alright, that happened. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is actually prettier. What type of crap? Ah, what madness is this? I'm almost done though. It's like, what madness is this? Hey, I did that to myself. You have lost your last life. Hades awaits you. I love the music in this game though. Like low key. Music in this is on point. Shoot, okay. We already know we gotta kind of do this weird thing, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah, we have to go this route, huh? You know that's gonna happen. No, crazy, what are you doing? Dang it. No, crazy types too. That happened. Okay. No! I get it now. Okay, I have lost all my lives and now Hades awaits me again. Okay. Oh, you can move this. No. I wonder what's over here, just out of curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat! Oh no! Let's see. Move this over here real quick. I'm just kind of curious to see what's over here. Because I mean, it has to have something. Yeah, just one of those. I screwed myself again, it seems like. No! I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna at least try. And then, we will probably take a quick break. Aha! Aha ha ha! Haha! Made it! That works. Well, it wasn't that hard once you figured it out. No, I don't want to retry. I already played it. Well, I could see if I could do it faster. Haha! I think I went a little bit faster that time. Juice would be proud. I'm number 18 on this. Alright, so let's go to our next one. Best score, best time is 11:63. That's the best time. Okay, so we did that one. Because I didn't want to just do the tutorial and kind of like exit out. Let's see. And then there's adventures. Okay, so you can actually, it looks like when you play this, you can actually create small adventures or actual just levels to be played. So that's pretty cool. Again, I'm not going to tackle the level creation in the stream today. I will probably do a side video for that. So that's going to be on the video for the creation will be on my YouTube as well as ReadySetIndieGames.com. You would be able to watch that video at those places as well as Facebook. I do post videos on Facebook as well. What's this? Haha, I ranked up. I am an apprentice hero. Because I know to do the creation, that's probably going to take some time, and I want to actually take time with that. So, but again, this is Million to One Hero. I thought it was a pretty good game. If you're a speedrunner, this would probably be a game for you. And even if you're not, you're just looking to, you know, just to have fun with a platformer, this seems like this would be a good platformer. And if you want to get your hands into the creation part of it, that will work as well for you. Again, it is going for the lovely price of $14.99 on Steam, and you can pick it up on PC, macOS, and Linux. So, like I said, I enjoyed the game and thought it was great. So, if you saw what you like, definitely feel free to pick it up. Alright. So, what we are going to do at this moment is take a quick break. And when I get back, we are going to switch the game up to 60 Seconds Reatomized, which is a remake or a redo of the game 60 Seconds, which when I first saw 60 Seconds, I really kind of enjoyed it and thought it was really cool. So this will be my first time actually playing the 60 Seconds. I played 60 Paraseconds, which was a space version of that game. But we're going to play 60 Seconds Reatomized when I come back from break. So go ahead, get up, stretch your legs, maybe grab a coffee, things like that, whatever you need to get yourself woken up. And when I return, that is what we're going to do. Until then, however, go ahead and enjoy these indie game and not indie game minutes.
Barspa Hersenoi. Woohoo!
Alrighty, and I have returned, and I hope you all are well and you're able to stretch your legs, get something to eat, something to drink, things of that nature. And as I stated before, we are going to go ahead and get ready to play 60 Seconds Reatomize. So, the next game is 60 Seconds Reatomize, and it is also available on Steam. You can play this on PC and Mac OS, and this version of 60 Seconds is going for $9.99. Now, the original 60 Seconds is still available on Steam for $8.99, and it is available on Nintendo Switch for $8.99. However, I've never played the original game, so I'm not sure what the differences are in this. So this is a totally new game to me. But we are going to go ahead and nonetheless start a 60 Seconds Reatomized. So let us switch over right about now. And this one is played with keyboard and mouse. Oh, okay. New game. Select the type of atomic drill. Okay, so it looks like this one has five different things to do. Okay, atomic drill, the tutorial. We have to go to the tutorial so we know what we're doing. Then we have a challenge, which is perfect your post-apocalyptic skills and unlock fancy rewards in these special challenging adventures. Most achievements disabled. Scavenge supplies from your house and make sure the fallout shelter is well stocked by the end of your run. No survival included. Survival. Experience a one-of-a-kind post-apocalyptic adventure. Surviving your fallout shelter with randomly selected supplies and apocalypse. The full atomic experience. Scavenge around your house for supplies and then survive the post-apocalypse in your fallout shelter. So let's start out with the atomic drill first because that's the tutorial and we need to know how to play. So let's start with that. Learn all about how to scavenge and survive in the event of a nuclear apocalypse. The tutorial is 100% approved by the establishment. Set my new drink over there. Keep up with the world even after it ends. An atomic adventure awaits with the radio. Welcome to your atomic scavenge drill. Please pay attention. Hold the ground control to skip my words, but every time you do, the reds will drop an extra nuke. Move to the yellow X. Good job. There might just be hope for you yet. Just keep those legs moving. Move to the yellow X. Okay. Not bad, but you better be in a good shape. This is more where that came from, okay. Find Timmy. Timmy. Good thing you know the layout of your house. I bet you the Reds know it too. Okay. Felly comes first. Grab Timmy. He will be the first to. Oh, okay, that happened. That's it. Consider taking over every so I'll lead exact priorities to you. Okay, find the highlight soup, can of soup and grab it. Soup, an excellent choice. This could sustain a family for a day. For a day. Okay. Find the highlighted water bottle and grab it. Okay. Am I missing something? Water bottle? That's enough water for now, but you got yourself a problem buster. You can only carry so much, and every item weighs at least one slot. You need to drop whatever you're carrying at the edge before you can pick up more, okay? Something simple, yep. Okay, there's a good chance they will survive the fall. Bingo, you got yourself a small stockpile of food, water, and even little Timmy. Find a radio and grab it. I would assume the radio would have been in here, but no, it's not. Yep, it is in here. I keep just like... That's it. Nothing more useful than news from the radioactive outside world, okay? Collect 5 items and... Sometimes you get a few extra before the siren sounds to scout. Okay, so it gives you 60 seconds to scavenge what you need and get yourself to safety. Let's give it a try, okay? Collect at least 5 more items and family members in the next 60 seconds and make sure you find yourself close to the shelter when the time is up. Okay. Oh my god, we're stuck. Grab your daughter. I mean, that would only make logic sense, right? Okay, just throw that. You know, throw it on down there, though. I don't know, kind of want that, just in case, you know, we gotta go hunt or something. Nope, screw it. I like getting out to the shelter. Now you know how to get what you need to survive, but your training is far from over. I'll see you downstairs for survival training. At ease. Now, I kind of want to know, too, if you could actually play this with controller. Medkit. And atomic. Okay. Because if you could play with a controller, I think it would play a lot better, but we'll see. Day 1 in the shelter. Let me see. So, no, you definitely can't play this with the controller. You have to play keyboard and mouse. Day 1, you made it to the shelter. Congratulations, but the drill's not over yet. You'll end up here with whatever and whoever you brought with you. Nothing else. You'll need to make the most of it. The next few days will teach you how to survive down here. While the world outside burns, explore and interact with your surroundings. You can always find out useful things about your shelter and its inhabitants when your survival journal is not open yet or hidden. First things first, we must ration food and water. If you don't wine and dine yourself and the folks you brought with you, you can bet your bottom dollar none of you will ever see the light of day. Okay. Again, as long as you have food and water available, ration it out to a given person by selecting the picture of a can or bottled water, their portrait, or instantly ration out both by clicking on the character's image. Of course, you might save your supplies for later, but a normal person can only survive 4 days without water. As to food, the longer you deny your people rations, the weaker they will get and might eventually get sick. Even if you manage to cure them, it will take you quite a few cans and a lot of time to replenish their strength, okay? Give him food, I guess? Because I'm going to wait till I get more water to give everybody. Well, give the kids water. And I guess the wife. Oh, okay, I see how this works. So we can all use at least one bottle. Okay, that works. Okay. Since this is your first day down here, you'll need to get used to your surroundings. Believe me, ventilation can drive anyone nuts. If you don't occupy yourself with something to do, get some decent rest and we'll carry out tomorrow. Nighty night. So, hey Hey, it's the Manson family. Welcome back, Go-Go. Good morning, survivalists. Hope you slept well. Bed's comfy enough? No? Well, better get used to it, since you'll be staying here for a while. We'll start today's activities with rationing, since you need to do it every day, but after that we will move on to something else. Got your attention? Good. Now listen, there's a risk you will run out of supplies eventually. Everything can be useful, but food and water are critical to your survival. If they're gone, you will be gone sooner than you can say corn dog. So sometimes you will need to send people to the surface to bring in more supplies. You do this by preparing an expedition a day before it actually departs. Be careful though. Tired survivors can never be a part of an expedition. Today, corn dog. Today we will skip preparations and jump directly into sending someone brave outside. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Dolores is quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. That's my new safe word. Right? Time to ration the supplies. Yep. Alright. Sending people out into the wasteland is no walk in the park. Do it too early or without a gas mask, then you bet it's a suicide mission for them. Send healthy and well-fed people. Sick, hurt, or crazed people are more likely to perish out there. You can send one person at a time. Let's give it a try. This time you will need to send someone out. But if you ever want to skip a trip to the surface, don't select anyone. Who should you take outside? Let's do Dolores. Day 3. This is a drill, so your explorer will come back after a little while, but in an event of a real apocalypse, they might be gone for a couple of days. In the meantime, you will be faced with other problems that'll test you to the limits. I'm talking about making decisions that can break even the best of men's moral spine. We'll see what clay you're made of, but first, ration your food and water. We don't want anyone starving now, do we? Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. She's out. I'm gonna give them food but not water today, because they didn't have water 2 days in a row. We gotta ration it. I'm an army man. I don't know a second thing about imagination, but you could probably use yours now. Picture the scenario. You come across your kid's hamster, who in some bizarre way found its way to the shelter. The kids are obviously going to love it, and so will you. There's nothing better than food that comes to you on its own. Now it's up to you. Do you cook him? No! That was the last time we saw Dolores. No, we don't cook the him. Well, no. Yeah, we're not going to cook them. Because that'll give the kids, like, boost up their morale. And we don't have a lot of water, so... Because I would think if we would have cooked the hamster, that would have traumatized the children. Good choice. The little furry guy can stay and fatten up, and to make a bigger meal in a few days. And maybe your only source of food if you run out of cans. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Timmy's good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. More than likely. They ate, they should be good. You might be faced with decisions that require you to use your equipment. However, sometimes you might find you don't have the one item that was supposed to save the day, so make sure you scavenge the right supplies before the blast. Keep in mind, every item can be used for something. What do you want to do today? Clean a rifle, listen to the radio, or maybe play Shadow Bunnies using your flashlight. I'm gonna clean the rifle and... Nope, we're gonna clean the rifle. Because we may need it. Okay, sounds like Dolores came back. He probably sees something down there, is all I can say. Because I'm like you, like, what do you see, buddy? She's thirsty. 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 Hurt and thirsty. Dang it. Good thinking. Keep your weapons in working order is your number one priority. Remember, even if they do get damaged, you might be able to repair them with some good old-fashioned American engineering, though, and maybe some chewing gum and a shoelace. Good news, everyone. The expedition is back. Sometimes they'll return with extra supplies, sometimes they won't. Other times they'll come back with a nasty injury or even radiation sickness. Believe me, you don't want to get those. I'm thirsty too. How you doing? Sometimes they won't. Other times they'll come back with a nasty injury or even radiation sickness. Believe me, you don't want to get those. I hear glowing in the dark isn't as fun as it sounds. This time your sword was hurt, but they will recover. After the proper use of a first aid kit, you can use one during rationing. Ted is really thirsty. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Dolores was hurt. Dolores would really love to eat something. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. Okay. Yeah, we need water. Let's see. You need at least one alive adult to keep going. If you send your only survivor to the surface, you won't know what's happening in your bunker until they come back. And when they do, your shelter may already belong to someone else. A decent pad like me, protected, but not for long. This was a busy day. Take your time and get some sleep. If you made it this far, you're doing great and have a chance at getting out of this foxhole, hopefully soon, but don't quote me on that. She's still hungry. All right. I'm actually gonna send Mary Jane out. Anything can be useful outside, and some items even improve scavengers' chances of survival. Notice you have a suitcase. That's handy. With the suitcase, you can carry more. Okay, well then take the suitcase. Day 7. She hungry. He's fine. Hello, Storybook Gamer. Hope you are well today. Morning, people. Gotta remind you of Cloverfield Lane. You know, wasn't Cloverfield, that was a movie too, wasn't it? Thank you, Marissa Sophie, for following. And welcome to the world of indie. Morning, people. You're probably asking yourself one simple question. What's the point of sitting in this atomic shelter? Why don't I just leave? Well, leaving is a death sentence. If the radioactive sickness doesn't kill you, then the giant scorpions will. You can trust me on that. Your one chance is our boys arriving to rescue you. So every good citizen needs to do one thing. Seek contact with the U.S. military and await a rescue. Okay. She has not eaten anything in a while. What's this? What to do? No. The rescue ain't coming today, but we'll come to get you eventually. You need to keep your radio operational and be ready to venture into the wastes, however. You also need to be careful. It might not be... Thank you, Storybook Gamer, for that raid. And welcome everyone from Storybook Gamer's stream. I'm going to give you a shout out here. And hope you all are doing well. For those of you who are new to the stream, thank you for that, Go-Go. I can remember my command has been so long, but thank you for that. So Storybook Gamer was last seen playing Sonic Mania. And for those of you who are new to the stream, I am TripG87, and this is Ready, Set, Indie Games. And on my channel, I predominantly play indie games, and some AAA titles and some retro, but majority of the time you will see indie games on my channel. So that is what you will see on this channel. Right now we're playing 60 Seconds Reatomized. You've never beaten a Sonic game? Don't feel bad, Gogo. I too have never beaten a Sonic game, so don't feel bad. But so that's pretty much what's going on. Earlier we played another game, and now we're playing 60 Seconds Atomized, which is pretty much a simulation survival type game. So the water song always gave you anxiety. You know, in Sonic, my favorite level in the original Sonic, like Sonic the Hedgehog, was Starlight. I love that level. And Spring Yard Gardens music is great too. Speaking of Sega, you know, sorry, next month, I believe the Sega Mini. Yeah, it is almost. Yeah, I think if it's almost 6 a.m. for you, it's almost 7 here. So, but you'll get there. I'm pretty confident you will. But if you're not checking out Storybook Gamer, go ahead and give him a follow. I think the first time I saw Storybook Gamer's stream, he was playing Rogue Legacy. Was the first time I saw a stream. So let's agree to the rules for this drill. You only open this door if someone knocks 2 times. Am I clear? 2 knocks. Okay. Food. I gotta feed them though. At least her. We can't keep eating through our food, man. What's this? Survive the atomic drill is what we have to do. I think we're good. Because I'm like, the other 2 weren't hungry, so we're good. It's fine. Did you bring food? What is this? A scout handbook and a map. Good job. She's probably also hungry. Thirsty. Hungry and thirsty. But she did come back with some food. We are actually... I can't do another expedition. Because they're thirsty. And that feeds a thing of 4. So day 8, you'll need to remember that some days will be okay, yeah, it was Rogue Legacy that I first saw you play. You'll need to remember that some days will be very intense. A lot of things will happen that you'll need to be prepared for. That's why any day that gives you a break is a blessing. And you'll need to make sure you make the most of it. Eat, drink, and relax while thinking about all those commie bastards who don't have comfy bunkers like you. That thought always gets me through the day. Nothing made us happier. Yeah, it was about 2 years ago. I just recently got back into live streaming. It's been a while since I've live streamed, so... Nothing made us happier than sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface +1 suitcase. The local school is a big building a mile away from our house. Nobody liked that place. The atomic blast didn't change that. Now, without windows and few walls remaining, it looks even more unpleasant. Pleasant or not, it seemed like a good spot to hunt for some useful supplies. Everybody adored the lunch lady. She was almost 80 and everything she touched tasted great and smelled of tomato. Now we know her secret her tomato soup cans. Okay. Yeah. The biology class had an aquarium. The fish had died since no one fed them, but the aquarium water could still be drinkable. There was enough for a few bottles. The local scout team had its own room in the school basement. We found it filled with boxes and boxes of scout handbooks. Maybe they were preparing for the apocalypse. Anyway... Wait, I just saw a video where you can buy a underground shelter that'll last a few years for like $2 million. Wow. So the plot of this storybook is basically it is the apocalypse, and this is a simulation game. And so the apocalypse comes, and you have to pretty much get everybody into the shelter. From there, you pretty much just have to survive until the cavalry comes and rescues you. So you have to ration out your food, send people to the surface to do scouting missions, and get more supplies, things like that. So overall, you're just trying to survive. This is actually a remake of 60 Seconds, which is actually available on PC. Pretty much, yeah, like an indie Fallout shelter. Um, with this is a remake, however. I never got a chance to play the first one. Exactly, don't die and don't eat each other. Um, but 60 Seconds is available on PC, macOS, as well as Nintendo Switch. And you can play it on the original on the Nintendo Switch, but this is supposed to be like a remake or extra things added to the original. But because I never played the original, I can't say what things have been added. So this is totally new to me. And then they had another one, which was 60 Paraseconds, which took place in space. And when I played that one, I think I made it up to like the 66th day or something to that effect. So okay, so maybe they were preparing for the apocalypse. Anyway, we just took one. The geography classroom was very poorly equipped. The only useful item we could find was a map of our town. Still better than nothing. Dolores has not. Hello, Dimtream. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you for that follow and welcome to the stream. I hope you are well today. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Water is all Dolores wants. Where is water when Ted needs it? Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. We can leave Timmy without water we can't leave him without water for too long. Okay. We only have, well, they're good. What's this? What to do? As long as you keep your shelter stocked and remain cautious, you should be okay. However, every choice you may come back to bite you on the ass. Even after a few days or weeks, consider your options carefully. This is a drill, but if the nukes start dropping, it'll be a totally different story. Okay. Yeah, Thimbleweed Park is a really good game as well. Because I'm sure they're thirsty, but we only have one bottle of water, so. Okay, they're no longer thirsty. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Ted is no longer thirsty. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Because just in case for those of you that have PCs and whatnot, if you have the Epic Game Store, they do give out games every 2 weeks. And Thimbleweed Park was one of the games they did give out. And also they're giving out 2 new games today. I can't remember the time that the Switch is over, but right now they're giving out a game called Gnog, which is like a puzzle type game. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. Everybody's fine. Someone's at the door. You can hear several knocks. If you listen closely, you can make out a sequence of 3 knocks. Do you open the door? No, because they said specifically open it if it was 2. Good call. That wasn't the knock you were waiting for. Cautious at all times. Remember that. Be cautious. Apply yourself, and maybe you and your family will be just fine, or at least most of you. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Dolores has not eaten for a while. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Okay. I think these 2 needed to eat, and I'm gonna hold off on giving them drink until they can go back out to see if they can get more water, because as you were counting imaginary sheep in your head, another series of knocks before you. Someone is really hammering on your door and probably not taking no for an answer. 2 knocks. 2 knocks. Yes, because we were waiting for 2 knocks. the end of the atomic drill. Good job. You're safe and sound with our brave soldiers. Now we can all have some apple pie. You deserve it. We survived for 11 days. Atomic drill begins. Back to school and successfully passed the drill. Okay, so that was just the tutorial for this. We survived the tutorial, that is. So now we can actually so you can actually share your adventure. I'm pretty sure what that does is like allows for you to probably share to things like Twitter, Facebook, things like that. So because of that, I'm not gonna hit that up. So we will end the adventure. And then we'll see if we can get into a bit of an actual game here. So let's do new game. Do we want to do scavenge supplies from your house and make sure the fall shelters will stop by the end of your run? No survival included. Or do we want to do survival? Okay, so this one is for the actual game. These are just kind of like little tidbit games. So we did the atomic drill. I will save these probably for separate gameplay videos. Again, that you'll be able to check on my YouTube channel as well as ReadySetIndieGames.com and on the Facebook page. So let's do the apocalypse, a little bit of the apocalypse, and then we will probably get ready to call a stream here. We are gonna play as... Do we want to do Ted or Dolores? Doesn't matter. We'll play as Ted. Why not? Essence of life, basis of survival, you know, water. So 1 bottle equals 4 cups. Okay. All right. Yep, he is not grabbing anything. The only thing that drives me nuts is the fact that, oh, where the heck is the fallout shelter? We didn't grab no food, but we sure as hell grabbed our kids and stuff, right? Yeah. I like how we got stuck in the corner there. I have to be by the shelter, or else we'll get we'll get stuck. Like, I have to be by the shelter. So we didn't get a lot of stuff that time around, but we got a lot of water, and that works. I didn't grab the radio. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelter used to be fully stocked, but somehow we always found a better way to use the stock supplies instead of leaving them for an emergency. Once we had a soup dinner party. Another time we needed the rifle to help our neighbor watch in a vicious fight against raccoons. Luckily, some of the supplies were left untouched. The padlock. Okay. We don't have that much food. No one's complaining yet, but even canned soup might become an extravagant dish quite soon. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We still have to ration it strictly. I mean, if they're not really hungry, I mean, we could still give it to them, but... we will do that. what to do. We decided to have some fun today and play a game of two. The first one was picking the game we are going to play. This took most of the day and we still haven't made up our minds. Okay. That could be radiation. What do you need? Everybody's good. Think ahead. The map. Okay, so I can send somebody to the top. So we're actually... We should. Where did the green puddle come from? Oh dear, a pipe is leaking gringo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now and no one packed a rope by mop. What do we do? Check there and see what it does. We played truth or dare. When it turned out, we only kept asking questions and the most common was, are we going to eat anything else besides tomato soup? We decided that was enough games for now. Ted is fine. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Timmy seems okay as much as he can be in our current situation. Time to ration. I mean, everybody's fine, so I'm not going to feed them and stuff. Yes. Yeah, because, day 3. Ha! Problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tiny little shelter. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new to Mary Jane today. Everything seems okay. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best out of the situation. He even seems cheerful. They said they were okay, so I'm not going to feed them. I'm going to have Dolores go out to the and let her go out and see what happens. Day 4. Okay, so she went out. Dolores is on our way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. We should get Mary Jane to drink something. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Okay. We can barely breathe in this damn shelter. For the last couple hours, the situation has been getting noticeably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. If that's the case, we need to look into fixing it right away. Scout handbook is all I could think we could use for that. And go to the next day. Prepper. Using the handbook to research vent maintenance seemed like a fair idea. We figure it is full of pointers on how to fix it. It must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Before we can even check, we were invaded by a group of angry mutant insects which flew out at the cursed vent. Their stings hurt like hell and seemed to give us a fever. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. Timmy is no longer thirsty, but Timmy fell sick. Oh. I think if you feed them, it helps. I might as well feed them all there. And then give him water. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is they're probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they are huge and will probably attack us when they get a chance. Yuck, a mutant cockroach. Yuck, a mutant cockroach. I have a feeling this is not going to turn out well for us. Ted, Mary Jane. Oh, poor Timmy. Timmy's not gonna make it. Oh my, that thing is huge, and there goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We're already feel all dirty. Timmy is still quite sickly. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying out loud. Give him soup. And maybe, yeah, just give him all water then. Let's do something. Yep, we don't have anything to do. I don't have any of that unless Dolores comes back with it. I mean, what happened? Did she get sick? I mean, well, we know Timmy is. We decided that staring at the walls in silence. Hello, Dan Van Dam, and welcome to the stream, and thank you for that host, hon. I hope you slept well. We decided that staring at the walls in silence is a great way of passing the time. Unfortunately, Mary Jane has been breaking the rule of silence. We need to teach her some manners when all of this blows over. Timmy is still quite sickly. Mary Jane is really tired. There's nothing going on with Ted, nothing new anyway. And I will take the time to give Dan a shout out. But I hope you are well. And for those of you that don't know, besides Dan Van Dam being my lovely, wonderful boyfriend, he is also a streamer, and he plays all types of games from retro, indie, AAA. He plays them all. Yesterday, he was seen playing Iron Maiden, which reminded me of a female Duke Nukem, honestly. But he has his own channels. And then later on today at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, he is actually going to be on the Nerd Stash. So I'll shout them out as well. And the Nerd Stash is a community of streamers who stream games for kids and to help out Extra Life in the Kentucky Children's Hospital. And so he streams for that team as well. Just be mindful that if you do go to the Nerd Stash stream, it is for children, so the chat is PG, but for Dan Van Dan's stream, it is a mature stream. So, but let's get a little bit back into the game here, because I'm actually going a little bit over because I'm supposed to stop at 7, but unfortunately, okay, Mary Jane is really DVD is rated X. There's nothing going on with Ted, nothing new anyway. Okay, let's see, because I'm like, I mean, we kind of down to our last meal, and I kind of want him to get better. It seems for every cockroach we squash with our boots, 2 others taking place. It's time to do something about it before we get completely overrun. Check the Scout Handbook. Let's see. Day 8. Okay, we're gonna have to get rid of Timmy. And then Dolores just ran off. Ironically, we sent out Dolores and she has not come back yet. Like, oh, we're not gonna make it. We are not gonna make it. We have defeated the Induis and what? Roaches and driven them away. And their nests are ours. That should teach them a lesson. Mary Jane's still tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Timmy is looking very pale. That's not good. Ted is fine. I'm pretty confident Timmy's going down. Because, yeah, I'm not giving you the rest of our food. Because Dolores done ran off with the milkman, I guess. Because I'm like, dude, it's high time we stop wondering about what's going on. And I can't because I forgot to grab the radio. So... Well, that doesn't sound very healthy. I mean, Dolores, what the heck? They say ignorance is a bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not... Right, and I can't... we don't have it. Or do we have water? We have water. We have water. The other day, we heard a quiet knock on our door, but when we opened, we only found a suitcase on the doorstep, and there was no one around. It isn't a sign, but it sure looks like this was meant fresh. Yeah, let's check and see what's inside, because maybe Dolores just dipped. Like, dang, Dolores. I will survive. What was in the suitcase? Clearly nothing. There's no such thing as too much water nowadays. We inspected it thoroughly after taking it out of the suitcase, but it looks absolutely harmless and purified. We hope we get to meet this generous stranger one day and thank him or her personally for keeping our family well hydrated. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Mary Jane has rested. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Okay. We have enough to give them awesome water. Timmy is not doing great. It would be good to talk to him and cheer him up. Yes. I mean, because Dolores, are you ever freaking coming back? You left like the second day. And then she didn't bring no food. Like, oh my God. She didn't bring no food. We gonna die. Well, we got water. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. Well, we were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. A pile of car wrecks revealed that we stumbled across the big parking lot. Almost no cars survived the blast wave. To explore. Under the burnt remains of a picnic table, we found some bottled water. The bottles were not in the best state, but their contents looked perfectly drinkable. But she did get us a flashlight and an axe, so that does kind of work. There was a really nice motorbike standing a bit to the side next to the car wreck, so rather, it used to be nice. There's not much left of it now. Upon inspecting the bags attached to the bike, we found a working flashlight. In the trunk of a wrecked car, we found a sharp axe. That vehicle must have belonged to a lumberjack. Yeah! Or a serial killer, or perhaps both. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores is really tired. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Ted is not complaining today, at least not very much. And we only have enough soup for Dolores, so everybody else is, well, they're not thirsty, so we're good on that. We're going to plan another expedition for tomorrow. Playing with matches is never a good idea. Doing so in a tiny underground shelter is probably even lower on the good idea scale. A few matches later, and we ended up with flames flicking up one of the walls. Time is short. We need to put it out and save our supplies. What do we save? Scout handbook. You don't know how to farm or anything. Well, at least none of our other stuff burned. Wait. Because I would want to, I don't know, maybe. Okay, that was close. We were able to put out the fire and nothing seems to be damaged, at least not very bad. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again and we might need to call the firemen. Are there even any firemen left? Dolores has been put on a brave face, but she must be starving. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. Dolores has to drink sometimes. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone. Okay. Okay. We have no food, thanks to freaking Dolores, but we'll give you water. I'm actually gonna send him out this time, because she can't go out. And that's that. Because she can't go out. Thirsty, thirsty. I know she's hungry, but we don't have. Alright, Storybook Gamer, you enjoyed your lurk. And thank you for that raid as well. And I hope you sleep well. And they are thirsty, so we are gonna have to give water, at least. She will probably die, not even gonna lie. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Dolores has, okay. Dolores has been putting on a brave face, but she must be starving. Dolores needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. So, what to do? Ring, ring. There we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again. With suddenly a phone that starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figure it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go and answer it? I might have her go out because if she's gonna go, I mean, she was gonna go anyway, so we'll have her go out. And then what's this? Okay. I'm just saying, if she was gonna go, she was gonna go. Because she didn't find food. When we answered the phone, we clearly are gathered relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We have started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Dolores, right? We don't have any food, though. Because somebody didn't bring food back. If there's anyone, well, can't even do that because we don't have the radio. I grabbed everything but a radio. The rest of my family's not gonna make it. Tired, hungry. He's probably hungry now too. There's one thing we need to do is to use our radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts. The world, because I mean, like, geez, she went out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, the axe and the flashlight do help, but realistically, we could have really used food. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Mary Jane isn't looking very good. She'll be fine. Dolores will probably die, because I think it's been almost 4 days since she last ate. The most I can do is give them water. After Dolores returned from that last expedition, she was complaining of a minor foot injury. It might have been her right foot or maybe her left foot. One of them. Anyway, seeds are irrelevant at the time, but now both her feet are swollen. We need to do something. Yeah, we're gonna have to probably cut it off. Sorry. We have to amputate. Exactly. If there was one thing we should never consider, it would be cutting off any part of Dolores with an axe. Not only would she object to this, she would probably take matters and the axe into her own hands. It was in our best interest to avoid such a situation. We did use the heated axe blade to clean her wounds, and the infection seems to be fading away. The operation wasn't pretty, though, and we damaged our axe. That's fine. Mary Jane isn't looking very good. She hasn't eaten in a while. I mean, well, we don't have food. The last time we went out on expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank just sitting there out in the open. It looks damaged, but it could contain useful. Shall we send someone to investigate? We could probably send out Timmy. I have heard of Naked and Afraid, but I have never watched it. No. I'm gonna send Timmy out because Dolores is not gonna be able to do anything. Day 17. Oh my god, he came back with food and big water and poison and I don't know what the fuck he got, but he got some bad disease. That's all we know. The tank might be badly damaged on the outside, but we found a working radio inside and made contact with the military. They are willing to lend us a hand, but we need to have an operational ready for the transmission in our shelter. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. We quickly discovered that the local supermarket has become the base of operations for a raider group. They are armed and dangerous. Sometimes they would lead to plunder and ransack the area. Even if it's risky, that was the best time to try to steal from them. Sneaking through the store shelves provided us with a few soup cans. The way was clear to the staff room. Inside, we found nothing but a water cooler. Free water for employees. Wow, that must have been a dream job, so that was +6. We were in a rush because the raiders could come back in a minute. We grabbed a few things at random. One of them turned to be a bug-killing spray. The next expedition got us thinking maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burnt out, but if we found a solid base and scavenged enough parts, Perhaps we could build a vehicle of our own. We better keep an eye out for those on future expeditions. Dolores has barely any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last till morning. Okay. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is really tired. Ted became infected with something. Mary Jane is starving. We better give her some food today or else. Tim's diet needs food. It's today or never. Okay. But we now have enough, so... Okay. We could send out Timmy tomorrow. Or we could send Mary Jane. One of those two have to go out tomorrow, so. The army is on the radio again. They said they'll be scouting the neighborhood, need to find clear signs of fire with their side. We were asked to leave a few cars at the nearest bus stop to mark how many people occupy us. We should get going if we want to make it before nightfall. Unfortunately, we don't have any playing cards. Day 17 cannibalism is looking good. Like, right? Like, you know, I ain't trying to say nothing, but, I mean, my man that came back in here sick as all get out. Damn it, we missed our chance to let the military know where we are. There's a good bet that they will be back to get us again, but when will that be? Ted's stomach is rumbling, keeps coughing, still hasn't recovered his injury. Okay, so we're gonna have them eat. He has to have water. The other two probably, I mean, we have enough. But I am going to send, this time, we are going to send Mary Jane out and have her go scouting. Maybe she can get some stuff for us as well. Ted is still sick. Ted isn't hungry anymore. Ted has rested. The Lord, yeah, I mean, they didn't eat for a while, so I can understand them too wanting to eat. We will give him water because we don't have a medical kit. We might be safe inside these walls, but there are other problems. None of us can sleep properly. We have to deal with this as soon as possible. Otherwise, we might end up falling asleep in the face of real danger, like Saucer Man from Mars. Okay. Hopefully he gets better, because survival is day 20. Alright, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to leave it at day 20. And we are going to exit to the menu. But yeah, so that was 60 Seconds Reatomized. And so, okay, so that's what happens after you start, like, to continue your game. That's what I'm starting to assume now, too, Go with this game, that if you send the right people, you get the right stuff. Like, we sent Ted out, and he came back with, like, a crap ton of water, food, and all of that. Whereas Dolores came back, she had, like, the flashlight. So it might depend on which person you send out who brings what back. But we are going to stop the game there. And again, this is 60 Seconds Reatomized. It is available on Steam. And you can play this version of the game. Like I said, on Steam, it's going for $9.99. And you can play it on PC and macOS. But there is an original game called 60 Seconds that you can also play on Steam, which is $8.99 USD. It's available on like Humble Bundle. For $8.99, of course, you get the 10% off if you're a Humble Bundle monthly subscriber. And then you can also play 60 Seconds on the Nintendo Switch. So, alright, so I am actually going to call the stream there. And I would like to thank everyone that turned up to the stream today. Again, thank you for all of the follows. Storybook Gamer for the raid earlier. Go for hanging out in chat. Dan Van Dam for the host, as well as hanging out in chat. But it is almost 7:30, and I was supposed to be done at 7. So we ran a little bit over, and my family should legitimately be walking through the door any moment. So again, at 8 a.m. EST, the Nerd Stash will be going live with Dan Van Dam, and I'm not sure which game he is going to be playing. I think the last time he was playing a Star Wars type game. So, but that's going to be happening at 8 a.m. And then later on today, if he's up to it, he usually streams again at about 2 p.m. ish. And I think he's going to be playing more of Ion Maiden, which, like I said, reminded me of a female Duke Nukem game, just not as bad as the new Duke Nukem game that came out. So you might want to go ahead and again give him a follow and check that out later on today. Again, you can follow me on Twitter at ReadySetIG, on Instagram at ReadySetIndieGames. My YouTube channel is Ready Set Indie Games. On Facebook, Ready Set Indie Games, and I actually have a website which I post other videos on, that games that may not have been shown on stream, and that is ReadySetIndieGames.com. So, well, that being said, everyone, I'm going to bid you all a farewell. And as always, I would like for you all to be safe and keep gaming. Take care, everyone.